Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Manju Sharma. In this video, we will study about cross-pollination. So, first of all, what is cross-pollination? In this type of pollination, the pollen grains of the one flower are transferred to the stigma of other flower. It is also known as xenogamy. Now, what are the agents of cross-pollination? Cross-pollination involves external agents for the transfer of pollen grains from the anther of one flower to the stigma of different flower. These pollinating agents are grouped into two. First one is abiotic agents and second is biotic agents. Abiotic agents are those pollinating agents which are non-living like water and wind. And biotic agents are those pollinating agents which are living like insects, birds, bats and snails. Now we will study about cross-pollination by water. The cross-pollination by water, also termed as hydrophily. In this type of cross-pollination, the pollen grains are transferred by means of water. Now, the adaptations of water-pollinated flowers are the stigma are long and exerted. Male flowers are small, having smooth, round pollen grains surrounded by waterproof coat. The example is Vallisneria elodea. Now, cross-pollination by wind. The cross-pollination by wind, also termed as anemophily. In this type of cross-pollination, the pollen grains are transferred by means of air. The adaptations of these flowers are colorless, small and do not produce honey or nectar. Pollen grains are light, dry and sometimes winged. The stigma are large and well exposed to air. Now, cross-pollination by insect. The cross-pollination by insects is also known as entomophily. In this type of cross-pollination, the pollen grains are transferred by means of insects. The adaptations of these flowers are brightly colored, have pleasant scent and sweet nectar. Pollen grains are rough and sticky and stigma are also rough and sticky. Now, pollination by bird. The pollination by bird is also known as ornithophily. In this type of cross-pollination, the pollen grains are transferred by means of birds. The adaptations of birds pollinated flowers are brightly colored, possess lot of nectar, and pollens are large and sticky. Now, what are the adaptations which favors cross-pollination? The first one is unisexuality. Unisexuality is a condition in which the stamen and carpels are found in different flowers. Second is dichogamy. The dichogamy is the condition in bisexual plant or flower where two sexes mature at different intervals and avoid self-pollination. Third one is hercogamy. In bisexual flowers where the stigma and anther mature at same time, self-pollination avoided by some sort of barriers. These are the stamen and pistils situated at some distance, and stamen and corolla is inferred in tube of corolla, and the dehiscence of anther is takes place outside the flower. Next is sex suppression. Sometimes in bisexual flower, one sex is suppressed. In this way, only cross-pollination is possible. Next is heterostyly. In plants of some species in which flowers are dimorphic, the style and stamen are of different length, thus facilitate cross-pollination. Next and last is self-sterility. Sometimes the ovules of the bisexual flower are sterile for their own pollen grains. This also favors the cross-pollination. Now, the advantages of the cross-pollination. The cross-pollination is helpful in empowering the crop for production of new varieties, and the offspring produced as a result of cross-pollination are more healthy and strong, and the seed production is more. Now, what are the disadvantages of cross-pollination? The cross-pollination is uncertain as it depends on external agencies. The wastage of pollen grains takes place, and there is also the wastage of energy and food production takes place. In next video, we will study about outbreeding devices. Till then, bye bye and thanks for watching my video.